Hey, what's going on everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So I got some more updates for you guys today. The car is slowly but surely getting close to being done. I'm just waiting on a couple of small things. The biggest thing I'm waiting on right now is my heads to come back from Jordan and Modular Head Shop. I'll link a couple of pictures here. So you guys can see what's going on with those. It's pretty freaking awesome, and it's going to be badass whenever we get them back. So as soon as those get back, I'll be able to put the engine together. But in the meantime, I've been working on the car. I installed a fuel cell, and I've done a couple other small things that I want to show you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. So back here in the back, I got a Rhodes Race Cars 10-gallon fuel cell, which I've already got installed and mounted and plumbed up and everything. Super nice. Fits perfectly right here in the spare tire well. For anyone that was wondering, that's the reason why I went with the 10-gallon, because I didn't want to cut out the spare tire well. A lot of guys will actually go through and cut that out, and they'll flatten this and mount the fuel cell. But I just wanted to mount it down in the tire well, and I'm happy with how it turned out. It's really nice. Got a dash 10 vent on it right here. I use all Fragola push light fittings. Dash 8 return right here. And then this fuel cell has a sending unit in it, which I have attached to my digital dash, which I'll show you guys here in a second. Had Sergio weld me some tabs on the sides right here, and I mounted this to the floor with some rubber isolators. And also another thing that I had to do because of the fuel cell being in the trunk is I had to firewall off the trunk area from the passenger compartment. As you can see, I built a nice firewall right here where the rear seat was. Added some 040 aluminum, and then I also had to block off where the factory speakers and stuff went. It's not perfectly sealed up, like there's a couple of little spots I still need to work on, but for the most part, it's pretty much firewalled off, even to include over here on those little corners over there on each side. And then also underneath here, you can see I've got this is a dash 12 Fragola. Like huge, these fittings are huge dash 12 feed line over here. And I have the Holley VR2 fuel pump mounted up right here. So that's all nice and mounted up. Dash 10 feet all the way to the front like the old setup. Just made a nice little bracket right here with some mounting tabs on it, and that thing's nice and secure. And up there, it's not going anywhere. And I really do like deleting the factory tank out from down here, because now I can get to the rear end much easier to make shock adjustments and connect the anti-roll bar and make whatever kind of rear end changes that I need to make. And also up in the front up here, the interior is mostly all back together now. I've mounted the shifter back up, and I did make a couple of small changes up here in the front that I want to show you guys. So I went ahead and made some new delete panels to go where the AC controls and the radio used to go. And then I used to have a transmission temp gauge and stuff right here, and some switches. I got rid of those and just mounted the boost leash right there. These are just sheet metal patches that I put some nice vinyl carbon fiber wrap on them. It turned out really nice. And since I put the carbon fiber stuff right there, I decided to go ahead and put the carbon fiber Holley dash mount in here that's made by Edwards. He sent this to me a while ago, and I just never got a chance to put it in. But as you guys can see, it fits super nice, and it locates the screen just perfect. Basically as high as possible without cutting the screen off. Let it fire up. Super nice. We're having some hard times focusing today, but there it is. So that's all mounted up. I'll show you guys the old mount that I was using from Eddie. So yeah, once again, shameless plug for Eddie Edwards, because he's always helped me out with stuff on the car. So here is the ABS plastic. Man, I just can't focus today, guys. So here's the ABS Delete, which he sells, and then he also sells the nice carbon fiber one. Obviously, I think the carbon fiber one costs a little bit more than the ABS, but I was extremely happy with this one. Don't mind the extra holes in it. This was kind of like a early design that I tweaked on some and gave Eddie my recommendations, and he has since got these things dialed in. So if you're looking to mount a Holley digital dash where your stock clusters used to go, Eddie is definitely the guy to go to for some fair pricing on a very basic part. I mean, really, other than that, guys, I mean, everything else is back in the back. I velcroed the rear seat delete back on to the firewall. Nothing special really going on back there, but it's all back together and all ready to rock. No real updates. I mean, other than some small things. I got a nice grommet on the firewall right here now for the harness to pass through. I patched up all my holes in the firewall, so they're gonna be nice and safe this year. But that's really about it for the update. You guys stay tuned to the channel. I got a call from my buddies over at Battleborn Coatings, and the parts that I took over there a few weeks ago have been coated, and I got some pictures of them. I'm not gonna ruin the surprise. You guys stay tuned. I'm gonna do a whole separate video on that. These guys knocked the powder coating on these parts out of the park. They look amazing. They're way nicer than anything that I usually ever would put on the car, but I think it's really gonna spice up the look of the car under the hood. It's gonna look really, really good. So y'all stay tuned for that video. Stay tuned this week. Hopefully I'm gonna get the heads back and we're gonna get the engine put back together, toss in the car. There is a track opening. Bowling Green is opening for their first track opening of the year, March 1st. So the goal is to make it out there and make some test passes and get this new setup figured out. So you guys stay tuned. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like always, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.